Welcome dear students. Today's topic energy resources types and importance. Learning objectives. The study of the current module will give you an opportunity to know the definition and the classification of energy resources. Get acquainted with the significance of energy resources in the development of the economy. Analysis of the spatial distribution of key energy resources. Introduction. Energy is the cornerstone of economic development and social advancement in the modern world. Energy resources are core to every activity of human beings. Basic domestic activities to the more complex activities in industries. The dependency between the availability of energy and economic development has gained more importance in the era of globalization and fast technological development. Diversity of energy resources and their strategic value is of great significance in the field of sustainable development and environmental management. This module discusses the different facets of energy resources, the traditional and non-traditional resources, and the discussion of the critical role these resources play in the economic process of various parts of the world. Concept of energy resources. Energy resources are the different sources from which one can produce power and perform economic activities. These resources are the basic factors that make modern society move forward, and they facilitate transportation, manufacturing, agriculture, domestic consumption, and technological innovation. Energy resources are considered in both natural sources like coal, petroleum, and solar radiation, and in derived sources like electricity and nuclear power. The nature of energy resources like availability, renewability, and effects on the environment have to be appreciated to form a complete understanding of energy resources. The energy resources can be viewed as the brick of the economic systems with their availability, accessibility, and affordability defining the rate and trend of the regional development. The geographical location of the energy resources has always played a role in past in determining the settlement, location of industries, trade relations, and geopolitical relations in the world. Energy resources are not only important in terms of their economic value, but also as a tool in defining national security, environmental sustainability, and social welfare. From the early human population using their firewood to generate warmth to the current nuclear and solar energy resources have remained imperative to the progress and advancement of the human population and civilization. Types of energy resources. Two broad categories of energy resources can be grouped in terms of their origin, availability, and sustainability characteristics. Conventional energy resources. Non-renewable energy resources or traditional energy resources are energy resources that have been heavily exploited over last few decades and are the main constituents of the prevailing energy consumption in the world. These are natural resources that are limited and need millions of years to be formed by geological processes. Coal. Coal is a flammable sedimentary rock that is made of ancient plant materials that were deposited in the swampy areas millions of years ago. It is one of the richest fossil fuels and has been used to derive the Industrial Revolution and further economic growth. Key coal producing areas. The world has coal deposits in several regions such as Appalachian region of the USA, the Ruhr Valley of Germany, the Donbass region of Ukraine, coal fields of Jharia and Raniganj in India, and huge deposits in China, Australia, and Russia. Coal spatial distribution has traditionally affected the sites of heavy industries, especially the iron and steel manufacturing. Applications and significance. Coal is mainly utilized in thermal power production, generation of electricity, metallurgical works, particularly in the production of iron and steel, the cement industry, and the numerous chemical industries. Although there are environmental issues regarding the emission of carbon, coal remains a source of 27% of total primary energy in the world and nearby 38% of the world electricity. Petroleum. The name petroleum is a product of the Latin word petra and luum is oil, which is the fossil fuel that is liquid, naturally occurring and formed by the fossilized remains of marine life that were exposed to heat and pressure over millions of years. Petroleum is commonly known as black gold and it has been the most valuable source of energy in the contemporary world. Major petroleum producing regions. The geographic locations of petroleum resources is very limited to a few geological provinces. About 48% of the world's proven reserves are located in the Persian Gulf region, that is Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE and Iran. Other major sources of production are West Serbia, that is Russia, the Gulf of Mexico, USA, the North Sea, Norway and UK, the Orinoco Belt of Venezuela and the Canadian tar sands. Products and applications. Crude oil is refined to produce different products such as petroleum, diesel, kerosene, aviation fuel, lubricating oils, liquefied petroleum gas, asphalt, as well as petroleum feedstocks. Such products are needed in transportation, energy production, heat manufacturing, plastics and synthetic materials, pharmaceuticals and agricultural chemicals. Economic significance. Petroleum is the world leader in the use of energy as it represents about 31% of primary energy. Its strategic value is not limited to energy supply and its effects on the economic stability, inflation, trade balance and currency value depends on the price of petroleum. The petroleum industry creates a lot of jobs, government income and foreign exchange income for the producing countries. Natural gas. Natural gas is a fossil gas and comprises mostly methane and low amount of other hydrocarbons, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and hydrogen sulfide. It is the cleanest conventional fossil fuel which carbon emission is considerably lower than that of coal and oil. Occurrence and types. Associated gases. This gas is found in petroleum deposits and dissolved in the crude oil or gas cap over oil reserves. Non-associated gas. This is formed in isolated gas fields and there are no major amount of oil. Unconventional gas. This type of gas is shale gas, tight gas and coal bed methane that must be extracted using sophisticated methods. Key natural gas producing areas. Russia has taken the top position in terms of the largest reserves, followed by Iran, Qatar, Turkmenistan and the United States. With the discoveries of large shale gas deposits in North America, the world's natural gas market has changed significantly in the USA, leading in production using hydraulic fracturing.